everyone, and welcome to Super Cool Radio. We are here at Michigan Metal Fest, continuing our coverage. Very excited because I got a great guest joining me at this time. He is Eric from North Carolina-based Aittala.
That's right, Aittala. Aittala. Either pronunciation is acceptable.
Yes, they are. So we're here at Michigan Metal Fest. So you got done rocking out just a little bit ago. So how is everything going at Michigan Metal Fest?
It's going good. It's a good crowd. I mean, we're a little bit different music than every other band. We're more heavy metal, more Black Sabbath-y, and the other bands are a little bit more death metal-y, but it was still good. Good crowd.
I think it's a good mixture of bands. Everything. Not just just death metal. Yeah, Aittala's here, so it's a good mix of like all kind of different metal going on here.
Right.
It's a celebration of metal. But before we really dive into anything, so I got a fun question, and I'm very curious for you. So a music-based question, but I'm curious. So if you could have dinner with any two musicians throughout history, who would you pick?
Oh my God. Probably off the top of my head, one would be David Bowie, because he's so awesome.
Yes.
And probably the other one that popped in my head was Cliff Burton, who was the Metallica bass player before he died in 1986.
Two excellent picks.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Appreciate that.
So kind of going along with that, so focus back on Aittala now. So I'm curious for you, so focusing on like the set, so like how do you prepare a set for like Michigan Metal Fest?
Well, I mean, we only get 25 minutes, so it was really just finding what I thought was a good set of songs that we could pull off. We had to edit some songs a little bit, but most people obviously didn't notice because they don't know who we are. So it was really just finding a good set that we thought flowed properly and would meet the 25-minute set requirement.
Fair enough. So do you think it was a challenge to kind of find that rhythm, that flow of like a set for this festival?
I would say not really, because we have kind of a basic set we've been doing for a while. So it was really just picking the songs. So we're used to creating sets, for various shows, depending on how long we get. Sometimes it's 45 minutes, sometimes it's 30 minutes. So it's really taking a 30-minute set and then editing it slightly for the 25-minute set.
Very nice, very nice. So curious, going along with that, what is your favorite song in the set today?
Oh my God. Probably one that we've been playing for a while, which was the last song, which is Something Wicked This Way Comes.
Very nice. Very, very, very good pick. So kind of going along with that, so kind of focusing on a few other things I did want to cover real quick. So for you, so I'm curious, so with Aittala, what's been like some of your favorite like moments or memories from the band?
I mean, probably the favorite moments are when we went to Europe. We did a couple mini tours with other bands. There's some very interesting stories when you're touring with 5 other bands for a short amount of time. So I would say going to Europe was probably my best memories.
Nice. Did you have any particular European country that was your favorite?
Oh, God. I would say probably Holland or the Netherlands, because that was the birthplace of the original incarnation of Aittala back in 1992. And then, I was stationed in the military there. And so there was an incarnation that lived about a year and a half. And then I got out of the military, and then I kind of put it on ice for a while. And then I decided to resurrect it about 2008. So it was nice to go back and, play in the Netherlands again. But any place in Europe were great shows because European people are more into metal.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's definitely what I've heard with everything. But that is very cool. So kind of curious, I got one more question before we wrap this up. So, So in 2008, what was the inspiration to bring back Aittala?
Well, what I really wanted to do initially was kind of do Aittala as a side project and still write and record and do demos and just sort of do that as my creative outlet. But my ideal situation was to get into a band that was more collaborative and have a kind of like a Kiss, where you have multiple singers, you can kind of do multiple styles. But I was in a few bands from 2003 to 2008, and I was tired of the same cycle of we would get ready, we would start writing, or I would join the band, and then we would start writing, and then the bands fell apart. And I said, I'm tired of this. I'm just going to focus on just doing my own thing, and just doing Aittala full time.
Great to meet you. Thank you guys for coming out to Michigan Metal Fest. As we're closing this out, so what's like the plans for the rest of 2025 for Aittala?
For the rest of 2025, we have another 5-song EP that's coming out. It should have been out in September, but we're still determining the date. We got a few videos to go along with that are already in the can, ready to release. So I would say probably by December, we'll have our new EP of 5 new songs out, and then you'll start seeing the press for that shortly. And yeah, look for we got 3 new videos in the can for it. So we're excited about that.
Oh, very nice. Well, I look forward to hearing more new music from you guys. I really enjoyed Machines, so I'm looking forward to seeing how you file that up.
I would say something about Machines. Those songs, I don't know if you read the kind of the bio about Machines or the backstory, but those are all songs that I wrote and demoed between 1992 and 1997. And I just decided to record those properly and release them because they show the kind of the evolution of Aittala, where it came from, because I don't write the same anymore. Those were more sort of...
I knew it was different. Okay.
Right. So it's a totally different style of the way that I used to write when I was younger. I was more influenced by the Metallica, the 5, 6, 7 minute songs. And then as I've gotten older, my writing influences changed a little bit, evolved. But I thought those songs were still relevant, so I decided a couple years ago to really record those in a more professional way and release those as an EP. You know, we wouldn't play those songs live today, even though I still think they're viable. I'm more fond of the newer Aittala kind of style, but I wanted to kind of release those to show people the evolution of where Aittala came from.
Oh, very cool. Very nice. So, well, I look forward to hearing the next, new music, next chapter, the evolution of Aittala with the new music. But
appreciate that.
For everyone watching, so where's the best place to find Aittala online?
I mean, it's at any regular or your usual streaming services, Spotify. We're on Bandcamp. You can go to Aittala.com, AITTALA.com, and that would be a landing page for all the usual places that, if you Google us, make sure and spell it right, because if you spell it wrong, it'll take you to Aittala, and we get mixed up with Aittala all the time, and some people think we suck and they love Aittala. Some people think Aittala sucks and they're glad we're not Aittala. So it's kind of funny. But, the spelling is really close, but I've had the last name longer than the band Aittala has been around.
Well, very good. Well, I'll leave the proper links for Aittala in the description of this podcast. Please check out and support them. And Eric, thank you so much for your time.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you coming to find me and doing this interview, and I look forward to sharing it with everybody.
Of course. For Eric from Aittala, I'm your host always, Matthew Thomas. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Super Cool Radio from Michigan Metal Fest. And remember, stay frosty.
Thank you.